Hi everyone, Melissa here, and I got a tripod and I have a retail Goodwill haul. I was at the doctor's a bunch for a shoulder issue this week. I'm fine, but I kept passing the regular Goodwill. And although I tell myself, don't go to the regular Goodwill because you can just go to the bins and pay nothing versus something, you know what I mean. I went. I had a coupon. If I spend $60, you get 15 off. They have that coupon regularly, so it wasn't a special coupon, but it's just too enticing, and it's such a goodwill, a good goodwill, such a good goodwill. They're huge. They have a boutique. It was built fairly recently, so it's always so clean, and it looks like a retail shop. It's such a nice Goodwill. So here's what I got for 60 bucks. I think it was like 62. I got a happy plate. Look how happy this plate is. It has a sun and a rainbow and some happy pigs. And if I had anywhere in my house to use this, I would. How cute would this be? Hanging up in somebody's kitchen or kids' room. Had a mark on the back. It was also $4.99, but it made me happy, so I know it'll make somebody else happy. And I have to sneeze. And it was $4.99. But like I said, I had to hit a $60 mark to get 15 off. So it said Kate Kelly, and I looked it up, and it's Pfaltzgraff, and it should pull maybe $20 to $40. Isn't it so fun and happy? Look at those chubby pigs and the rainbow. Oh, if I had anywhere to use this, I totally would. This would be adorable in a kid's room. So like I said, $5. Second thing I picked up was toner. And for some reason, this had been there since November 20th. And then it got marked down to $4.99. So I'm not sure what's up with this. I opened it, perfect. It's never been used. You can clearly tell that from opening it. Toner does really, really well. And I'm sure everybody knows this, but ink and toner in general, as long as it's not expired, and sometimes even if it's expired, does really well. So these look to be bringing about $40 to $50. I don't know why nobody picked this up. Sometimes that makes me a little iffy, but maybe it just got passed over for some reason. Okay, on to the clothing. This is April Cornell. Now their dresses are $5.99, so it is a little bit high. However, it was new with tags, and it's cut on the bias. So this is like, it's velour velvet, but it does have a stretch to it, and all that stretch is a bias stretch, so I will mention that. And you are not going to be able to see this whatsoever. So it's really long, and it's got sheer sleeves, and it's really pretty. And I always do really well with April Cornell. I pick it up constantly if I find it, consistently, not constantly. And I've never had a problem selling it. Dresses usually go for 20 to 40. This one's new with tags. It's such a pretty color. It's kind of a raspberry pink. I'll probably price it for $30 or so. Okay, next up was a two-piece set from the company Flex. And this is one of their older labels, and you can tell that by Jean Engelhart being on there. And there is a website, which I'll link below, but you can find it just by typing it in a Google search, that has all of Flax's labels, names. They all have very specific names, like the sunshine top and the window pane dress. I just made those up, but you get it. And so I'll look up the color, the name, and include that in the listing. So it was a pair of capri pants and a top, which I should have buttoned back up. Now these are petite, so this is their small size, which wasn't thrilling, but I got the two pieces for $7.99, so about $4 a piece. And I'll probably price this, I might sit on this for a while because Flex usually sells. I might price it for $65 or so. So worth the $8. Okay, next up is a name I've picked up only once before in the bins, and it's Pretty Angels. Hoping that focuses. And I got 2 pieces of this. This was the first. It's a very thin lagging look top in a size small, and it's got kind of fluttery sides, and it's got feathers. I don't know how in the world you would wash this with feathers. So I'm probably not going to wash this, but it was in really good shape. And this line sells retail for maybe $50 to $80, but pieces seem to go consistently for 20 to 30 bucks. So I got this for $5.99, and I'll probably put it on for 30. And then I found another piece in a different section. Same label, same size. It doesn't exactly match this too well, or I would put them together. I still might. It kind of has the red in the button. So, and it's the same size. I'm guessing somebody wore these together. It's kind of a cranberry lace open shrug. And this piece was $4.99. It's pretty. It would have been awesome for the holidays, but I don't think, even if I get it up today, I don't think it's going to sell and ship in time for the holidays. Might be wrong. Okay, next up, 20 bucks. Goodwill, 20 bucks, really? But I paid that because I think these will do pretty well. Lululemon, and I found the size, which is a 2 in the little back pocket. It is missing the tear away tag, but almost all Lululemon pieces are. I have to look these up. They're olive green. They're their tights or leggings. I don't think they're the Under Wonder because they have some ruching, some cool pockets. So could be wrong, but I might get $60 to $80 on these. And Lululemon still has a following. I used to go to Lululemon in Pittsburgh when we lived in Pennsylvania, and I only ever bought 1 piece for myself. And it's funny because I hate to splurge since I thrift. I find most of my clothing used, or I get it on eBay. I got this piece from a seller on eBay that I know, and it is Lululemon actually. And I paid, I think, like $80 for a pair of pants, and I wore them constantly. I loved them. And one day we got our van back from a shop, and somebody had like oiled up the sliding door, and I leaned into it and I got grease all over them. I was so ticked. Not really, but I was pretty upset. Okay, 2 pieces left. First is an Eileen Fisher. This is their newer label. You see that? I think we can see that. And it's a bigger size. It's a size extra large. It's pretty. It's just white and sheer. And it was $12.99. Goodwill knows Eileen Fisher does well. And actually, they have a lot of Eileen Fisher. We live next to a beach, and some of the area is ritzy and some not. So a lot of people donate Eileen Fisher. We get a lot of higher brands because of the area. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's a white truck. It's knit. I might get $49.99 maybe, $39.99. And the last piece, this was my take a shot on this piece. They wanted only $5.99, so clearly somebody didn't look this up or looked this up and there wasn't enough info. It is, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Bottega. That is a very fancy company that makes handbags, and it looks like they used to, or they still make clothing, but not too much. It's just a black dress. It's very fitted in the hips. Somebody with very tiny hips wore this, and long sleeves. And then there's this like section over it, this kind of cape front piece. I'm really bad at describing this today. It's just got like 2 panels that go like this. It would be like a scarf almost, but it doesn't go around the back. So if you had any weight to hide in the front, this would be really good to do that. except you'd have to be really tiny in the hips. So you'd have to be built a specific way to wear this dress. But for $6, I've never found this label. I have to do a lot more research on it, but it is wool. It is in perfect condition, other than the fact that it needs a delinting. But I would try it. Like every piece. I think I'll try them. Some sell, some not. I don't go to the retail Goodwill that often because it's easier at the bins to take a chance on a dollar item rather than a $6 item, of course. Who wouldn't want to pay $1 versus $6? But I think it'll sell. Hey everyone, Melissa here from Fresh Blooming Clothing. That's not how you say that. It's so brand new. It's clearly brand new. Like something could be more than brand new. It's brand new. And two, I had a bad shoulder and I had to go to the doctor a bunch. So I just was kind of iffy about my shoulder, and that was too many words. I got toner. And somebody just walked out in front of our condo and they probably saw me filming. Does anybody else hate going to Goodwill? I just don't like shopping in general. I love listing. I love packaging now. But I just don't like shopping. It's a variable in the whole eBay process. Like once I have the item, I can wash it. I can steam it. I can photograph it. I love photographing and list it. All of that stuff is concrete. I can do that. But going to a shop and trying to find items, I know a lot of people are like, it's a treasure hunt, it's this and that, but it's a lot of work to try to find stuff that you know is going to sell. And even the most successful eBayers don't sell 100% in my opinion. So to go somewhere and pick up stuff,